was Chachma Datzilus. He was the epitome of Chachma. And therefore, when it comes to the idea of the Meraglim, the Eibusher says, Shlach lo l'daitcha. The Eibusher agrees to him. It should be understood. The problem with the Meraglim was, he told them to check how they can go. Half a teaspoon.
How many cups?
Half a teaspoon.
How many cups of sugar?
It's not just for me.
Three.
So Moshe says you should understand how to conquer tz'l. The problem with Aglam, they asked, can we conquer tz'l? That was the Rebbe explained, that's the problem. But to understand how, Moshe Rabbeinu's Chochmah, the idea is to understand everything. Moshe says, from the time I sent me, it's only tzores for Am Yisrael. So why did he send me? Lama zeh shlachtani.
Could have just one.
What was the problem? The problem is Lama. Why did he send me? That is the problem. The problem isn't why there's. He asked the man, and like the Rebbe says, there's enough money. Why Mashiach doesn't come? You have to demand and ask, why doesn't Mashiach come? You send me kilo, you're sending the shlichus of the Eibusher. That is the cause of the problem. That is, so even though the Rebbe explains another thing. The Rebbe explains a simple sicha. Another thing the Rebbe explains the sicha like this: that since it's ve'erel av el Hashem, it's the galus of Shemah. Therefore, when there's galus, there's no questions. By this galus, there's no questions why. There has to be sometimes bittul. Let's take these two vertlas. The idea is, Chachma is a great thing. But Chachma has to be based on the bittul to Shemah. Hashem made you with Chachma. He wanted you to understand, but He didn't want you to understand and to come up with your own thing. Why did Hashem do it? There are some people, why am I mentioning this, besides the part which I said before, if you think about the Yahrzeit the Rebbe Chavdal Tevis, there are some people that come up with these stupid questions and saying, you know, the Rebbe starts speaking about Mashiach and everything, and since then, you know what I mean, we messed up. Like almost why did he ever take it so far? Until Toshin Mem Ches, until Toshin Nun Aleph Nun Beis, he never didn't take it too far. But afterwards, he started taking it a little too far. First of all,
there are those who say that, huh?
There are many who say that.
Whoever says it doesn't know what a Rebbe is. Has no idea what a Rebbe is. And number two is, there's something else. There's no lama zeh shlachtani. Why? Someone asked me today, isn't it more practical or more pragmatic not to be a Mashiachist?
More problematic?
Pragmatic.
Oh,
Less problematic, exactly.
It's problematic.
So I told the person like this. People live in the world, they don't want, you speak about, he says, all these generations of people believed in Mashiach and all the other things, and they say, he tells me, did you get your emunah less after Gimel Tammuz? I told him I want to tell you a vart, which I said, I once said this vart. There was a symposium once every 4 weeks about Gula Mashiach, Gom Tov Shenun. By Ashgocha, the week of the whole questions and answers about Mashiach was the week after Gimel Tammuz. So they need a smart aleck to answer questions. So they asked me to answer the questions. I was in New York. So I got up there. First people are giving speeches, have to be strong.
This is literally the Sunday after Gimel Tammuz,
Yeah.
a full week later.
You hear? And someone comes, the first question is, Rabbi Avtson, do you still believe?
Who asked? Eliezer? Saying Eliezer?
So I told him, before I answer the question, I want to explain what the question is. Do I still believe that the Rebbe is Mashiach? So I told him like this. I told him like this. In English we say seeing is believing. In English we say seeing is believing. In Chassidus we know if you see you don't need to believe. When is belief? So the question isn't, do I still believe? Until now I saw Mashiach. Now I began to believe. Looking for a good liner. Where did Shalom go?
You whipped that out. That's good.
Like the one liner.
I'm gonna get like a telecommunication. Ready? One-liners. I'm just gonna hit you.
One-liner. It was punchlines. He's a punchline.
That's what it is.
What is the birth? The birth is since there was idea of since you have the idea of that the Rebbe started speaking about Mashiach, and you have to live in Mashiach. And the question is, why do we have to live in Mashiach? Why can't we just turn mitzvahs? The answer is manifold, but I'm going to give you a few things. First thing is, when we're living in a world, and the world is so full of gashmias, and so chumrias, and you see all the BS in the world. It's a different BS.
You're not talking about Jackie, some of that beer?
And you see all the BS in the world.
That's
What
for me?
happens?
That beer for me?
You missed the line.
What?
It's worth it to repeat it.
You'll tell me. Let's see if you
I
got
can't
it.
say it as good as you.
In short, Shalom is just the whole Daniel. They asked me, after Gimel Tammuz, do I still believe?
So this is taste less.
I told them, and see this, we know the world says seeing is believing. But the truth is, if you see something, you don't need to believe. You see it. So I told him, till now I saw Mashiach. Now I just began to believe. Not do I still believe.
So when someone asks you, do you believe the Rebbe is Mashiach? It's a good question. Yes, now I believe.
So the word is, why do you have to have this thing? So someone was speaking to me today, and asked me, why do you have to believe? He says he was in India now, and these guys are a bunch of hoodlums. In Delhi and in this place. I told him this. In the world, you tell Mashiach's coming, he doesn't want the abstract. He sees, like the Baditcha we mentioned, says, you put us in the world of Moli Taivas, fear, everything, and you tell us about about Torah mitzvahs in this forum. Put us in the world of Kedusha, and learn about the Taivas in the Sefer. We're in the world that the world says everything against believing in Mashiach. The world is a world full of Gashmias, Chumrias, whoever is a bigger fighter, whoever is more powerful. Therefore, you tell them Mashiach, and you tell them it's an abstract thing. They want to be able to connect with it. Especially where we call a spade over here. Especially, you know that some people, which are supposed to be people which people look up to, instead of looking up to them, you see, oh, they messed me up over here, and they did this to me. People don't have too much belief in what we call our leadership. System, leadership, rabbanim, whatever you want to call it. Everyone's out for himself. It's all good and nice. Tanya says, Avos Yisrael and this. But when it comes, it's easy to love someone you don't know in Timbuktu, but your next door neighbor to love, that ain't going so fast.
Business partner.
Well, forget about that. Forget about that. We're not speaking about the mansion anymore. Just leave that on this side. So therefore, what happens? So what happens? What happens?
Yeah.
What happens is that your person has to have something to feel that it's really happening, that there is someone. After Gimel Tammuz, you hear him? After Gimel Tammuz, some guy comes to me. I daven every day. I go to the mikveh and I daven the Polish, shul next door to my house. And someone goes to me and says, you have to have a neshama in the guf. So we have to pick a new tzaddik. I said, I'm going to speak to you reverse psychology. You have a leader?